2018, a futuristic truck rolled down a desert highway. It looked silent, powerful, and revolutionary. Investors saw proof. The world saw the future. There was only one problem. The engine wasn't running. The truck wasn't powered by hydrogen. It was rolling downhill. That single video would eventually wipe out billions of dollars in market value and send a founder to prison. But to understand how that happened, you have to understand the moment. It was 2020. Electric vehicles were booming. Investors were hunting for the next Tesla. Money was cheap and capital was everywhere. Markets were rewarding vision over revenue. And into that environment stepped a startup with an irresistible promise. It wouldn't just build trucks. It would replace diesel forever. Hydrogen-powered semis, zero emissions, a nationwide fueling network. It was ambitious, bold, and exactly what the market wanted to hear. Major corporations signed partnership agreements, and analysts projected explosive growth, while retail investors flooded in. Within months, the company's valuation surged past $30 billion. It was briefly worth more than Ford, a century-old manufacturer with factories across the world. This startup had no mass production, no proven commercial product, no meaningful revenue. But it had belief. And in momentum markets, belief can be enough. For a while. At the center of it all was a charismatic founder. Confident, media-savvy, and relentlessly optimistic. He understood modern attention. Announcements were constant, milestones were bold, and timelines were aggressive. The company went public through a SPAC merger, a faster path to stock market with less traditional scrutiny. The stock soared. Interviews reinforced the vision. Social media amplified the narrative, and the future seemed inevitable. But internally, engineers were facing a different reality. Prototypes weren't production ready. Core systems were incomplete, and hydrogen infrastructure was theoretical. Deadlines slipped quietly behind the scenes. The public confidence never did, however, because the story had momentum, and momentum is intoxicating. That desert highway video became symbolic. A fully functioning hydrogen truck driving under its own power. Proof of concept. Except it wasn't. Investigators later revealed that the truck had been towed to the top of a hill. There was no working hydrogen system, no operational propulsion. The vehicle simply rolled downhill for the camera. Gravity created the illusion of innovation. And when that detail became public, everything changed. Because this wasn't a missed deadline, it wasn't an over-optimistic projection. It was staged evidence. And staged evidence destroys trust. In September 2020, a research firm released a detailed report accusing the company of deception. The allegations were specific, technical, and damaging. The market reacted instantly. The stock began to collapse. The company denied wrongdoing, but journalists started digging deeper. Former employees spoke anonymously, and statements were compared against filings. Claims about proprietary technology were questioned. Regulators opened investigations. Within days, billions in market value evaporated. Partnerships dissolved, confidence cracked, and the founder resigned as executive chairman. Momentum reversed. And momentum in reversal is brutal. In 2021, federal prosecutors charged the founder with fraud. They alleged he misled investors about the company's technology and readiness. The case wasn't about ambition. It was about misrepresentation. In 2022, a jury found him guilty on multiple counts. He was later sentenced to prison. The company survived, diminished, restructured, and permanently marked. But the damage extended far beyond one balance sheet. It became a symbol, not just of startup failure, but of something deeper. This wasn't just one man's story. It was a product of its time. Interest rates were near zero. SPAC mergers were exploding. Retail trading apps gamified investing. Narratives spread faster than audits. Valuations were based on projections 5 years into the future. Revenue was optional, profitability was secondary, the vision was the king. In that environment, bold claims were rewarded. Skepticism was dismissed as negativity. And when enough people believe a story, it begins to feel real, even if the engine isn't running. Now, there's nothing wrong with ambition. There's nothing wrong with vision. Every transformative company once sounded impossible. But sustainable companies prove their claims before they amplify them. They build quietly before they broadcast loudly. They test the engine before they film the commercial. In this case, storytelling outran substance. Momentum outran mechanics. Valuation outran verification. And when reality finally caught up, it didn't negotiate, it didn't compromise. Instead, it corrected. Because markets can suspend disbelief temporarily, but they cannot suspend physics. A truck without power will roll downhill. Gravity always wins. And in business eventually, so does the truth. History doesn't just reward innovation, it punishes illusion. For entrepreneurs, the lesson is simple. Build the product, then build the hype. Because belief can raise billions, but only truth builds something that lasts.